I think a good teacher will have a person feel like whatever they're learning is more about the student than it is about the teacher. That's one way to discern. Sometimes if it's all about the teacher and they're reveling in this sort of community ascription, because society gives them the power, and cultures will give them the power, and communities will give them the power, and so on. But it has to be more about the person who is learning, that they're learning more about themselves, that they can own for themselves. It's not about the teacher, but it's about what the teacher can help them, sort of accompany them and help them awaken within themselves, that doesn't belong to the teacher. And if that's what is surfacing for a person, yeah, right on, I am all in. But if it's more about the teacher and how great they are and the vibe and all of that stuff, there are masters and there are enlightened people, and they're not always the same thing. And this is something not a lot of people know or even think about. But there can be a master who is very good at practices. They can sort of cultivate and do all kinds of things. They're very good at that, but they may not have the view and the enlightenment. And yet people see the manifestation and are dazzled by it. Wow, they have cities, they must know the truth. And off they go, right? Then there are people that are enlightened and they're not masters of anything. They may be good teachers. They have the view, but they may have these capacities, but they're not, sort of throwing it out there as a sign. Yeah. So they're not always the same. And I think discernment is really being able to see the difference, perhaps, between somebody who has mastered practices and maybe can talk really good about them, really well about them, or someone that it's not about kind of the smoke and the mirrors, but really conveys wisdom, conveys truth. And great to have someone who's able to do both. But again, it'll be more about you than them.